Hello, my friends. Welcome to part two about the Escapist magazine. I didn't even think that I was going to be doing a second part, but the amount of views and likes that I got on the last one, well, it looks like I should be making another one. And considering that we have new info as to what about the Escapist is going on, I thought that I might decide to talk about that. So the update from the Escapist is this. The Escapist, notwithstanding Cloud Imperium Games' notice and posting, stands by its coverage of Star Citizen and intends to continue to investigate the developing story. Since publishing our original stories, we have been contacted by and are currently interviewing additional sources corroborating a variety of the reported allegations. Additionally, if Mr. Roberts' offer for the Escapist to meet the developers making the game and see how we're building one of the most ambitious PC games firsthand remains open, we will take the opportunity to accept such invitation so as to provide the public with sufficient information and opportunity to vet such sources' allegations and claims for themselves. We have also communicated the foregoing directly to Cloud Imperium Games. Basically, what the Escapist is saying is we are going to push this as far as we want to go. Now, this came at around 4:40 at Pacific Standard Time. So this was literally 30 minutes before the deadline. Now, there's a couple reasons for this. I think that, for one, I think they really, really are trying to vet their sources now. To make sure that they're real, if they even have the sources. If not, what they're trying to do is they're trying to avoid any kind of scrutiny, thinking that Cloud Imperium is bluffing in this case, which it could be entirely possible that they are bluffing. But for this video, I decided that I was going to show the multi-crew demo that was shown at the last... I think it was Gamescom. I can't remember anymore, to be honest. Now, this video shows exactly what the game is. I mean, this is how little effort that I had to put in to find the game that they're claiming is not being made. Now, this is apparently a scam. These guys getting onto this cut list right now are just fake. It's all fake. None of this has actually happened, clearly. I've been accused of being biased because I have money put into the game. And that honestly, that shouldn't matter. Almost 1 million people have money put into the game right now. Almost 1 million people. So using an ad hominem attack and then, saying that you don't matter is absolutely ridiculous. The only reason why I use ad hominem is against Derek Smart. Derek Smart, who recently blocked me on Twitter. I was so excited. This is the first time I've ever been blocked by anybody on any social media or anything. And it has to be the man himself. So I'm so excited for that. I'm very happy about it. So Cloud Imperium currently has not posted a reply to it, but by the time this video is up, I'm pretty sure they will have responded to it, and I'll update the description. And if it's something major, I'll probably make another video about it. So be prepared for that. This I just find ridiculous. I mean, all they have to do is post up an apology for the hit piece that they wrote. And I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, there's nothing in their sources that could be construed as true, considering that just recently there was another article that was posted from another source inside the game, saying that not a single one of the employees has been ever told. Mr. Thomas Hennasey. Now, this report comes from a blogger named OneAngry Gamer. The Star Citizen interview CIG employee Thomas Hennasey, sorry. He's the videographer for Cloud Imperium Games. He's responsible for shooting all the behind scene stuff, the community content. He's the guy that you don't see. He's the guy that's always behind the camera. And what he has said is that none of the employees either know about the financial records. It is not common knowledge at all how much money is in like being spent or anything like that. And even if they did, they wouldn't know how to read it. It's a global company. So there's an accountant that's specifically there to work on that because of how complicated global finances are. So, I mean, the idea is completely ludicrous. And that's exactly what Thomas Hennasey said. That the idea that the game is a scam is completely ludicrous. And the reason for this being is that why would you have 260 employees across the entire globe? Why would you open up 4 different studios and have nothing to show for it? I mean, if you're going to scam people out of money, then have one company. You get more money if you only have one studio open. Guys, come on. Use some common logic. I mean, this would be the worst scam for the most money anybody has ever seen. You've got to be kidding me. I mean, come on. What is this? Now, I don't get it, you know. And I'm far from being what is right now a meme of being a cult member, because apparently if you pay $45 to get into the game, you suddenly buy into being a cult. You are suddenly a cultist. So, I mean, ad hominem aside, I mean, this is... I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. The only argument that anybody on the other side has right now is that All Star Citizen is a giant cult, and it's a scam, and we're wasting all our money. And then on top of the fact that Escapist posts a podcast where they talk about how you can only get into the game if you buy a $900 ship. And that is what Lizzie said in the podcast, that the ships are all $900 and you have to pay this much to get in. I'll tell you this much. 1 million people are not going to pay $900 for any product. They're not. Especially not a digital product. A couple of people? Yes. A couple of people. You know how much I paid for the Endeavor? I paid $50 for the Endeavor. $50. Because the company allows you to exchange out stuff that you bought for other stuff. Because they know that there's new stuff coming out and it might be something that people want to buy. I mean, am I saying that it's a logical thing to do, paying for a product that hasn't come out yet? I don't know. I don't know if it is a logical thing. But you know what? I've been burned so many times in the past before that this is the last shot. And this is the last shot for a lot of people. It is. A lot of people don't want to be burned again, and they're giving CIG this one chance. And even if the project goes under, there's so much backing behind the idea of this game that fans will pick it up. And don't tell me that they won't, because some people, and I know some people, are absolutely obsessed with the games, in this game specifically, and you know who you are. You do. But I don't fault anybody for being obsessed with it. There's a people obsessed with Destiny. It's a terrible game. Objectively, a terrible game when it launched, but people are still obsessed with it. Call of Duty, people are obsessed with. There's an entire YouTube series dedicated to MLG. I mean, come on, guys. Just at this point, I'm expecting that CIG will either go ahead with a lawsuit, or they'll wait until after the Escapist comes and visits the CIG office. And after that, and I'm gonna be predicting here that what the Escapist is gonna say is that everything seemed really rehearsed. Everything seemed like they were told exactly what to say, and that everybody was saying the same thing, and it was really odd, and it was like going into like a Scientology church and asking them what they thought about Scientology, or it was like everybody was about to drink the Kool-Aid in there, and it just affirms everything that they thought about the program. And they weren't allowed to go into certain places because in there were people that were telling the truth. That's my prediction. Okay. And you guys can call me out on it. If I'm wrong about this, then you can call me out on it. Seriously, you can call me out on it. And I will apologize if that doesn't happen. I will, and you can hold me to that. I will apologize if it doesn't happen. But I think that exactly what they're going to say in their article once they get out from Cloud Imperium. Because these game companies are just not, or these game magazines, are just... they're out for blood right now. They want something to fight against because they can, and because it builds revenue. And if you have not seen this video before, what I'm showing right now, this is the game. This is the game that people are backing for. This isn't pre-rendered footage. We've played with the exact same control scheme and everything, and at some point it'll be released, and then at some point they're gonna say, no, it didn't, we didn't ever say that. We didn't ever say that it was a scam. I'm Zed. Fly with honor.